Right. Let me check if this is working. There is a stream. That is good. That's a good start. Whether the noise is working, I don't know. Let me check that in a sec. Down there, the background, okay. Hopefully that's not too annoying. I can't really help it. Hello everyone, welcome to Division 2, Season 15, Round 11. This is the penultimate round of what has been a good season. I can't say I've watched it. I'm just going to assume it's a good season, considering there is a 4-way title fight still, although Sean is quite far off, so we still have to call him in it just in case, but it would take a lot for him. Let's find who is on a lap. We'll say DC Viral is on a lap because he is flying through Sector 1 using his ERS. He goes 4 tenths quicker as well, so let's see what he can do. In terms of standings, DC Viral, he's in 7th, ahead of his teammate. But there's quite a big jump from him to the top 6, so it's an action wreck. Has he crashed? I don't know. Anyway, DC Viral 8 tenths up. He is flying. And that's currently still only going to put him around where the others are, if he stays 8 tenths up. But does he have more time to find in the final sector? He goes through the final 2 corners, uses the last bit of the ERS he has left to him, to the line. He puts himself P7, just slightly off PC Willie. He just did his lap, yeah. Guess he's not on a lap, no. PC Willie's 2 tenths up in the first sector. As Kuko goes quickest, sorry I did not see him on a lap. But Kuko takes the provisional pole time away from Gabri. Gabri's obviously 14 points behind Sully, who goes pole himself. So Gabri needs to find some ground on Sully today in order to keep this title fight alive going into the final race. For Sully to win it today, he would have to outscore Gabri by 13 points. That is what he'd have to do to keep this alive. He does not. Sean, to keep himself in it, would have to gain a lot. He'd have to win pretty much. Nope. Sully DNFs. Stranger things have happened though. As I was waffling, PC Willie did go second with that lap. And we'll ride on board with Sean, who will be the next to start a lap himself. Obviously, of course, this is a very shit track. No one likes it, and it's quite easy to go over the white lines. So if anyone does that, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we see a DSQ. Again, not something that should be shamed for. Quite easy to do around here with all the track limits and possibilities. Yeah, Shumwell going through sector 2, heading stays in the white lines now, heading to Aqua Minerale, the only part of the track I actually know the name of, so and it's is that? No, I'm not, I don't think it is. Okay. I did not see a sector split. He's very low in ERS though. That probably cost him crucial lap time through that part of the track. It could cost him some positions here. As with only 2.5 minutes to go, this will be his final run. He improves his time, not his position. As Sully is on the lap now. The championship leader in P5 would ideally like to be further up the road. And he's found another 10th in the middle sector. He needs more time though through the final sector if he wants to get up the field. Just staying with the limits there. He runs final corner, not using much of the DRT. He's gone on to none. He must have backed off, but will his tyres be okay for another run? I don't know. On a lap now, Marcelio's in the gravel. Phantom Fox going for his one and only lap in qualifying. Might have set some laps and been invalidated. That happened to me on Saturday. Happened to the best of us. As he rounds the final 2 corners, uses the final bit of that ERS system out of the ERS now to the line, gets P7. That's all he can conjure up with his 1 lap. That is his qualifying done. Lanky Brown 2P15. The top 3 all on out laps. Someone filling in the gravel. A Williams toe down at the back will help Picks down towards turn 1 and turn 3. Anyway, the first proper turn. Who's on an actual lap? Lanky Brown has invalidated that one. Marcelio. We'll stay with Picks. 23.9 in the first sector. That is, if I remember right, is about as good as PC Willie did. Who is still, he's P2, but he is 3/10 off Gabri. No one has had an answer to Gabri so far. As he himself is going through the first chicane. We'll go to him shortly. We'll stay on Picks for now. His one and only lap for qualifying. Realistically, he should get up the field. 49.9. I don't actually know how quick that is. He's well over the white lines there. He's going to have to lift to avoid the track limits, which he does. But is that going to cost him a lot of time in terms of, because like you can see just how close some of the field is, especially that midfield. It's always close, Div 1, Div 2. As he comes to the line now, he puts himself P10, he probably could have been P7. Gabri is improving on his time, so is PC Willie. We haven't seen Sully yet. But Gabri will be the first of the front runners to cross the line. He rounds the final corner. He is going to come to the line, use every bit he can. He goes to a 14 flat. What is PC Willie's response? He's barely improving. He has more ERS down here, but that's not going to find him 4/10 surely. Well, and Sully Kuka goes to P3, well, stays P3, sorry. It said on the things PC Willie improved by like 6/10, but was it invalid? Did I just miss that? Maybe. So that is qualifying done. Gabri on pole by some distance. He is that bit above the field at the moment, and it's looking like no one will get close to him. I'm pretty sure that was quicker than the Div 1 pole time. Pretty sure. I could be wrong. I'm actually going to check that, because that is some lap from Gabri. Let me just check that. Yes. Gabri is the quickest driver from both divisions. And, okay, the entire thing is... So he goes quickest. Scuderia on pole at their home track. And it is PC Willie, the Scotsman, in second. Is he actually Scottish? I don't know. He doesn't sound Scottish. He is P2. Kuko P3. Sean P4. Sully the Temperature Bleeder in P5. Then we've got Aussie Drive, Phantom, DC Val, Desi, Pix, Bazooka. Fuck, I pressed advance. Oh, it didn't. Always Like a Brown, Action Brick, and Marcelio. And we do have a wet race here. I'm pretty sure I saw in chat they said wet, dry, wet. Okay, we need a lobby reset, I think. Yeah, we're having a lobby reset. Oh my god. Hopefully they can replicate the weather as accurately as possible. But it will be a mixed race here. It will be wet, it will be dry at some point, and supposedly wet again, but obviously with the lobby reset, it may not be easy to do that. We've just gotta wait for the lights to go green, and we can. We've got 2 people watching. You are not watching much at the moment, Felix. If that's you in here. Well, we will have the lights on this fake race, not the real one. As obviously we have this lobby reset on our way. I mean, I'll just stay on this until we have a reset, like my invite for the reset. Okay, it's just keep it. I'll leave. do here. Just gonna try and mute the music because it is bloody annoying. Maybe if I... No, I won't do it for you. Right, we are back. And we are almost ready for the Imola Grand Prix. Well, Imola, we'll go with Emilia Romagna. Or no, we won't actually. No, I'll stick with Imola. I'm not going to bother saying Emilia Romagna. A lot at stake here in this race. Aston Martin can confirm the title with pretty much ease. They just have to not be outscored by 11 points. We get to Ferrari, and I'm pretty sure, is there even 2 Ferraris? There is, yeah. So Aston Martin can confirm the title today here in Ferrari's home against Ferrari, which of course they will not want to do, but it's not really in their hands. It is in the hands of Sully and of Edwin. Gabri's pace in that dry weather was just that bit above everyone else, but obviously we have the wet weather here. The inters will be on, and we're about to go underway. To Gabri from PC Willie at the front of the field, and we get underway. Gabri has the harder navigation of going right straight away. That kink is very annoying for pole sitters, and it's allowed PC Willie to get right behind. As we head towards turn 1, Gabri manages to defend his lead. PC Willie in second, the 2 Aston Martins squabbling, but it's Sully that gets ahead of Kuko. And we appear to have not had any carnage. Everyone making through safely for now. As we head towards the second sector up the hill in the wet, Gabri making command of his lead. As meanwhile Sean getting ahead of Kuko, so is Aussie Dry. Kuko dropping like a fly here. And further back he could lose out to Phantom. Kuko's had a nightmare start here. Going to keep on board for now. As you can see, everyone through the spray, just about. Very pixelated spray. But further back, Desi on the inside of Lanky Brown gets the P10. It is going to dry up at a point. I have no idea when, but it will be dry. I'm not sure if it'll be back to wet. I didn't see the decision on that. But for now, we've got Gabri from PC Willie, who are 1.7 clear of Sully, which is exactly what Gabri needs. PC Willie will be on the tail of Gabri, as always has left the session. Let me see if I have him added. I don't know if I do. I do. Okay. So back to the action. Everyone through lap 1 pretty much unscathed. Ashmick always and Marcelio a bit behind the rest, but that always due to that disconnection, will be losing that time there. Not much will be happening in terms of overtakes through the middle of the lap. Every overtake in this wet weather will come down to, and I say that, Phantom finally gets past Kuko. Kuko's really struggling through the corners, and it's allowing for those people to overtake through the corners, which I literally just said 2 seconds ago would not be happening. But if people are going for those moves, you got to be brave, and you got to have trust in your car to get it stopped, and trust in your opponent to give you the respected space, but it can so easily go wrong under braking in the wet. And now we go back to the front 2, so close together here as we start lap 3. No DRS obviously within the wet. And Sully looks to the outside. Gabri doesn't seem to care too much right now. He is going to stay in P2, just about anyway, as PC Willie not very quick through there, as Gabri's still right on the tail. And Sully just has to watch these two squabble and hope for some action ahead so he can get back towards the front. If Gabri were to win and Sully in that P3, it would be a 4-point gap entering the final race. If it was the other way around, it'd be a 24. So, just shows how much can change with just a couple of positions. And further back, Lanky Brown and Desi swapping positions for P10. It's hard to keep track of it all because you're not expecting much overtaking, but and all the gaps are so short, so it's pretty sudden and hard to keep track of. So I do apologise for any overtakes I miss and any action I may miss throughout this. But for now, we go back to the front again. PC Willie this time leading from Gabri. As Marcelio is the first culprit of the track limit. 3 laps into the race. And now Gabri fends towards turn 1. He will get the jump on PC Willie into the lead of the race. And they are just continuing to gap the field. They have a bit of extra pace, those few tenths every lap. It's more than a few tenths, it's nearly a second a lap, which is pretty good going for them. Now, 10 seconds of speed in the pit lane for Marcelio, and he's retired early. He kind of has to just sit in the lobby because he is the lobby host. I'm pretty sure that if he leaves, it'll be not good for everyone else, because EA is pretty shit. Everyone just navigating through this phase of the race. It will come dry. We will get the DRS. We will get the dry tyres. Whether it gets back to the wet, I'm not sure. I have not seen the proper forecast, but I guess that's a surprise for us to find out later. And the closest Phantom is behind Aussie Dry. He's looking to go up into P5. They stick it around the outside. The face is given just enough. Can Phantom squeeze through? Shit at camera angle. And both of them squabbly through the next part of the track. They're still side by side. And we head towards the next chicane. Phantom electing to back out for now, but that was great racing between the two. Great respect shown. Phantom Fox stays in P6, Aussie Dry in P5. We'll go back to our race leaders. So it's probably good to turn on all that. Just to check the ERS for now. It should be easily recharged in the wet. I guess he's going for the lower fuel. He may struggle towards the end without a safety car. We'll see. I'll go driver. Okay. I'll get rid of that for now. We may see once again a change of lead as we enter lap 6 of 32, just about 20% up. No. Otherwise I've left again. No lead change there. And while I was dividing, we see Phantom Fox has gone into P5 and ahead of Aussie Dry. And he is looking to hunt down Sean, who is 3 seconds up the road. It is worth mentioning that PC Willie himself is in the title race. I've been honing in on Gabriel because he's the closest. But PC Willie is 28 behind. So he would also need to win this race. But he would need Sully to be even further down for him, ideally. As Kuko is the first of the... Well, he's actually the second. Marcelli had one. He's the first of who's left to get a penalty. And course, will be added to his race time, but it is Imola. We'll see more, especially in the dry. Drivers are going to be more careful in the wet, so they should avoid it. But still not easy to stay within the white lines. As we'll go back to the front, PC Willie and Gabri. And I do apologise to PC Willie, who I've completely ignored in terms of the title fight. Not a whole lot happening. It's a decently spread out field. Obviously the wet showing just more of the pace of the drivers rather than seeing action. And we can see that Gabri and PC Willie there at the front too. Sully has his kind of no man's land at the moment. He's that comfortable bit ahead of Sean, but nowhere close to the top two at the moment. Phantom Fox pulling a good bit ahead of Aussie Dry, who's a bit ahead of Kuko, it's a bit ahead of Bazooka, and then it's that train, about 5 cars. So the midfield is kind of an action wreck. Now gets a 3-second penalty. I have to say though, the rain looks to have stopped. Yeah, it has, and I was just going to say the track looks a lot drier, so we could see the first set of dry tyres put on. Even this is close to this lap. This track looks dry, but I don't know how dry it actually feels for the drivers. It's up to them to take the risk. Neither of the top two electing to go out, or to go in, sorry. Fastest laps continue to fall. Will Sean be the first in? He will. Sean goes into the pit. Who will follow him? Kuko's in. So is DC Viral. And so is Lanky. Ooh, and Pix. Okay, that must have been lag. So we have 5 electing to go on to the dries. Sean is the one to watch. He's gone on to the hards. Presumably to the end, or just a long way, so that if there's rain at the very end, he will be there to take over. But this is a crucial lap for Sean. He was 3 seconds or so behind Sully before he pit. So can he get this up to center and have a good out lap? No, he can't. He's off into the gravel straight away. And will Kuko be able to catch up to him here? Sean is struggling big time. He's lost out hugely. Kuko struggling himself. He's going to catch up here. They're very cautious on these dry tyres. They are not comfortable on them. It might be best for the front runners to stay out, especially if they've seen that yellow flag. Yellow flag for... Oh, he's crashed out of the pits. It's Gabri pit. That's a big decision, considering the way the drivers have been. Oh, he's coming out of the pits getting double reds, is it? Man, it's a lot of wing anyway. Well. Okay, I think always has shit instead. He's getting out of the way, obviously, for the lap. The dry runners are struggling big time. So it'll be interesting to see how Gabri does. He has been good in both conditions, but can he find that pace in the mixed conditions where it's not quite quick enough for the cold, dry tyres? I mean, look at the time Sean has lost. He's what, 50? Like, he was only about 7 seconds off the lead, 8 seconds. Now he's 18. Obviously we saw him into gravel. Oh, Gabri, big snap. You can see how they're struggling to get the tyres up to grip, up the temperature. Just keeping the car on the road is a chore in itself. Will we see more of the front runners pit? You'd assume they'll just copy, because in your head you're like, okay, that's what I need to do, because he cannot see. But PC Willie elects to stay out, and he's continuing to plummet those fastest laps little by little. Aussie Dry gets a 3-second penalty. Sully stays out. Phantom stays out. Bazooka also on the inters. He stays out. Always is out of the race. He is retired in the pit lane. And that is his race done. And Gabri, I mean, we'll get to see his first showing on it, like a full lap. but I wouldn't expect any fast laps coming for now. The pace doesn't look there for the dry tyres at the moment. But I suppose we shall see. And another big thing is obviously on the dry air, and you're trying to make sure you don't lose time. The warnings can come easy, but that's 3.5 tenths gain for Gabri through sector 1. I'm not sure what that is in comparison to PC Willie at the front of the field in terms of actual time split. As Sean continues to plummet, and well, if his championship was still intact before the race, it's definitely not now. It was barely intact before the race. As PC Willie finally decides to enter the pit, so does Sully. Is Phantom going to follow suit? He's not. He's going to stay out another lap. We have a yellow flag. That is Sean. No, it's not. It's Pix. Phantom sets that new fast laps. I mean, when you're setting fast laps, you're thinking, why would you pit? You know, if you're setting the track of life. But let's see what Gabri does here. Yeah, he's still 7 or 10 or so, I think, off Phantom. We can see here PC Willie just behind Gabri, just about. But obviously Gabri has the warmer tyres, so he has warmed them in. So he should be able to breeze off into the sunset, you would think. But unless PC Willie has control of those tyres, even in those colder conditions. Sully's 5 seconds off, so he hasn't lost too much. You'd have to assume Phantom would pit this lap. Or he's kind of running a risk it then. Yeah, Gabri's going to set a fastest lap here if Phantom moves himself. Yeah, Phantom pits. Understandably, we should see Bazooka and Desi follow him. Yeah, Bazooka in. Desi is the only one to stay out. He will continue on the road on those inches for now. Is Gabri still yet to set a fastest lap? Is there any DRS? No, not yet. Should be able to see it now anyway, with the difference in tyres here. The yellow flag for that very man. Desi has gone off the track or something there. I have not seen what's happened, but he has lost time and a lot of it. You'd have to assume now he will make the decision to pit. Purple sectors for Gabri, and obviously PC Willie following suit, staying with Gabri on the fresher tyres as well now. So not much of an advantage, but there will be an advantage for PC Willie. Both of the drivers know what's at stake here. Both of them need to win the race. So, especially with Sully sitting comfortably in P3, with both of them squabbling ahead, could we see, like, he's hoping for them to just implode near the end of the race and he just walks through like George Russell did in Austria. That's what Sully wants. So Sully isn't, George wasn't the championship leader, and yet there the fastest lap has fallen to dry tyres now. It is 100% the quicker tyre. I'm surprised DRS has not been enabled. There's Phantom Fox up before ahead of Desi. Phantom Fox running a good race. He had a lot of struggles on Saturday. I was with him in the party. We kind of brought each other down, unironically. Me obviously getting that disqualification, which we politely ignore, and Phantom just having a bit of a rough time. But he has done so far. Okay, so far. Can he keep it up is the question. But we will move back to the front of the field once more. Gabri Yeah, look at the times. They're just falling and falling now. And Pix has retired on track, and that brings out the safety car. As well, gets a 3-second penalty just then as well. Oh no. So what do they do now? Like, obviously, they just pitted. So, they're not gonna... Sully pit. What is he going on to? I don't know when the rain's coming. Mediums. So, maybe... Mediums would be very, very difficult at the end of the race. He's gonna drop positions here. Quite a number of them as well. Okay, maybe not a number. 2. Yeah, 2. But still, is that worth it for him? He obviously thinks so. So, I mean, said cars are not exactly easy to talk to, but your order for now: Gabri, PC Willie. I know you can see it yourself on the screen, but Gabri and PC Willie, that is important. And what's important as well is we have Sully down in P6. Obviously, he's pitted onto fresh mediums. He should be able to claw through the field pretty easy ahead of Aussie Draw and Bazooka. But Bazooka surely knows what's at stake for his teammate. It will be interesting to see how he's able to go through the field. I mean, not much to say at the moment. Champions League scores. Madrid are winning against Salzburg. 400 to beat Bayern. That's a bit of an upset. Inter have beaten Sparta Prague. Celtic have just scored against Young Boys. That's their 3rd goal. The first 2 were disallowed. I'm pretty sure it's been disallowed. Guys, wouldn't want to be a Celtic fan. Jesus Christ, that safety card nearly just went into Gabri. Should be in end of lap 16. Five people here to watch cars weave their tires. Respect. Not much to say at the moment, obviously, but we'll be getting underway. The field now compact once more. Okay. Gabri once again glitching into the safety car. There's Madrid score again. Fair play to them. we have this is that. So the South Korea will get us underway at the halfway point of this race. We still have another half to go. That's how halves work. I know. Amazing stuff got here. I am Will Buxton. We're down to 4 people. But we're just waiting on the last 2 to catch up. Sean, can he get himself back into the race? He was P4 before the rain stopped, and he has fallen down the field. When he pitted, he was the first to blink for the dries, and it just did not work for him. He had struggled straight away at the pits, went straight into the gravel, and just continued to lose time. And he's found himself out of the points. Because those are the white lines. He looks to avoid a one there, maybe because he's going slow enough. Action Rick also catches, which means we are now in this lap. Gabri with his Italian coloured helmet in Imola. So Gabri about to get us underway. Still weaving those tires, and now he's gone. He is gone. He's not caught really anyone off guard. As PC Willie has stayed right with him. And further behind, Ozzy is right in the back of Bazooka. They're going wheel to wheel. Phantom not getting ahead. But Aussie Drive does get ahead. Oh, Bazooka, he's now up to P4. Sully remains P6. He needs to get a move on there. Bazooka not going to have a look there just yet. Whoa, Sully right in the back of Bazooka already. He's going for a quick lunge down the inside. Can he get it done? Bazooka goes quite wide in the exit, so it might allow Sully to have the drive. No, Sully stays in P6. He's going to have to settle for now. This is a very close field here, obviously just on the restart. Aussie Drive though has quickly lost the rest to the front 3, so they're off and gone. So that is not what Sully needs. He needs to be up with them. But for now, he is in this part of the field, battling for best of the rest, I guess. Oh, Bazooka sliding through the chicane. And look at that. Bazooka is using none of the rest. He's pretty much let him through. Interesting choice. As Sully up to P5, Sean further back. Oh, Jesse's on the gravel there. He's up to P10. Let's go back to the front of the field. Steers will be enabled now. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to the end of the end of this lap. But Sully, can he get anything done in turn one? No, neither can Phantom. Anything for Sully and Bazooka, or anyone really for that matter? No. All clean and tidy for now. So we have 2 trains. And Action Rick, who's just a little bit off at the moment. Gabri, he's really showing the pace at the moment, as he does nearly every week, and then he just somehow bottles it. Like he is yet to win a race on stream in Div 2. I'm sure that's only this season, but that might be ever. It could be, who knows. I refuse to believe it's ever, but the way Gabri Wi-Fi used to be, and the way his look and performances can be, wouldn't put it past me that he's never won in Div 2 off on the stream. But he's looking to change that today, no matter what the outcome of that scenario is. He's looking to be on the top step here, and he has a good chance of doing so. Obviously, P1. 14 laps to go here. As Sully gets past into P4, Bazooka gets past into P5. Can Bazooka look down the inside? No, he's going to back out. Further back, Kuko and Lanky Brown swapping positions. Kuko up to P8. As the midfield continue to squabble, Sully is where he needs to be now in terms of that pack. He needs to try to catch them and catch up to this top 3 who are so closely packed here. But the problem for Sully is if he doesn't gap them, they're going to come right back at him down towards turn 1. They may not be able to get the overtake, but if they have the DRS, they will gain a lot down towards the end of the turn. Break zone. Action Rick with another 3-second penalty. Or what he needs. Zuka's managed to stay in that DRS, which is what he needs. And Sully's really low on ERS, so he used a lot to get past, and it means that as PC Willie sets the fastest lap. Will we see a move for the lead here? He's very close to Gabri. He's going to go around the outside of him. Gabri can't really do much about it, and he goes into P1. Meanwhile, further back, look at how much Bazooka's gained. DC Varol up ahead of his teammate, and that's all the position changes for now. As we see DC Varol off the track. That is not what he wanted. Out of the points, out of contention really, without a safety car. He will not be able to score points unless he is some esports pace. And front continues trouble. Sean with a penalty. He's in P8. I think I've missed a penalty. Jesus Christ. Now we are back on the home straight. Will Gabri go for a move? He's not very high in ERS compared to the rest. He's been the one burning. But he's looking for a move. No move made. And that is kind of it. And further back, Tess is really close to Sean. He's really close to Kuko. And also Lanky Rand's really close to Desi. We'll go back to the front. Obviously not much going to happen. Sully with a 3-second penalty. Kuko with a 3-second penalty. But we need to focus on Sully's one a bit more, respectively, for the championship. As DC Varol is the one that's gone off there in the end of the sector 1-2 split. But that Sully penalty could cost him hugely if he cannot get rid of Bazooka. First of all, he'll drop to P5. And that is a big point. Like, if Gabri was to win this race and Sully P5, just have Gabri would take the lead of the race. Here comes Gabri for the lead of the race into P1, locks the brakes. I don't know if that's visual or not, but a great move down the inside, makes a stake. Respect between the three drivers. Look how close they are. Just 2.5 tenths between all three, but no more moves for now. If they're gonna have to continue to be a little bit of a train for the rest of the lap. They know they're smarter not to make silly moves mid lap with 11 laps to go. It's a great battle for the lead of the race. And meanwhile, Lanky Brown and Desi, they're squabbling for P9 on track. Obviously, Lanky Brown has the penalty, Desi does not. Desi's the only one really at the bottom of the field that doesn't, so that could prove dividends at the end of the race. Especially if there's a late safety car, he could really move up the field. He was leading at one point, obviously when the Inters were still in his car and he hadn't hit, but so he wasn't net leading, but he was leading the race. He led a lap or two. And now PC Willie looks to the outside, goes for an easy enough move with ERS, but he's not really burning any ERS, so it's like Gabri to stay with him. Gabri still goes behind, and meanwhile further back, Sean is ahead of Aussie Giant, back up into the top 6. So a good comeback from Sean. He's a good bit off P5 and P4 where he wants to be, where he thinks he probably should be based on his pace. But still a decent comeback for him for now. It is still anyone's game for this lead. Like, that's this train showing you could finish first, you could finish barely on the podium. Even worse if it was someone, like if it was a four-way battle, you could end up not on the podium, but that's hypothetical and there's no point talking about it. So we'll focus more on the matter of hand. DC early from Gabri from Phantom, who has dropped back a little bit more in this lap. Still in DRS of course, but gotta be careful not to lose that DRS. As Gabri goes into hot lap mode, that is an interesting choice, but he should get the move done. Some PC Willie shows on the inside line, an easy move. They just swap positions. We'll go a little further back. Lanky Brown, very, very close. Obviously, this is the middle of a train, so not much can happen. But we'll watch this train temporarily. But look at how close he is to Kuko. He wants to get past, but there's nothing doing. gets another 3 seconds. Phantom gets us 3 seconds. That is a very big error on his behalf. Been doing so well to not get one. Kuko with another 3 seconds. Like the fact that they're still the top two with no penalties just shows how clean they've been. Obviously Bazooka as well, as Blanky Brown is dropping down. Not sure what's happened there. There's a yellow flag for action, Rick. Has he done any damage? No, he's just had a offing of some sort. And also DC Viral off the track. He is going to be lapped now in a moment as the top three come and charge him down. Still 7.5 laps remaining here in this thrilling Grand Prix, really. A lot to be decided, and the way things go into the final race will really depend on what happens in the final lap or two. There is DC Viral, and here is your top three. It is something to note that DC Viral did actually get the fastest lap last lap. He managed to get it on those fresh shots, and he's back into the pit. Maybe to retire, maybe to just go again. Yeah, retire. Take that fastest lap home with him, assuming no one else goes and takes it. As Gabri loses the lead to TC. I need to set the full name there, just PC Willie will do. And Phantom almost had a look down the inside, but choosing better. He has to do something about this though. He has to kind of force the penalties upon the top two, make them go wide without actually doing anything to them. Lanky Brown getting back into P9. He obviously lost a few positions momentarily. He's having to make up ground once more. Heading into crunch time here. But still, the last moves of the race are the only ones that will matter, especially in a train like this. It's about who will have the better position heading into the final lap, who will have the DRS, and who will they be close enough to make the move. So once again, we ran this final set of corners back onto the straight. And we go again. Will we see any moves? Phantom's the highest of the ERS. As we head then towards turn 1, I don't think Gabri will be close enough to make a move. Not a sensible one anyway. No need to make it for now. So we can see he was obviously just found none. Lanky Brown losing out to Desi on DRS. Lanky Brown obviously unlucky not to have DRS because Kuka's only 8/10 up the road from them. Sean has managed to claw his way to Bazooka and has brought Aussie Dry with him. They both have penalties though, so that could be important. And also Sully is gapped away from Bazooka, so that penalty won't affect his result unless he gets another one. We'll just check exactly how much. Yeah. Kuko's 15 seconds. I can't even laugh. I got 27 and disqualified on Saturday. And that was a full race. It was a mixed race. It's also worth noting the tyre situation. Don't know how long those mediums are going to last. Don't even know if we're going to see... Is this going to stay dry? Are we going to see the wet? Who knows? Look how close Phantom Fox is to Gabri this time around. He's not really been in this situation, but Gabri's close to PC Willie as well. Oh, PC Willie hits Phantom. But they stay on the track, no damage it looks like. But Gabri takes the lead from PC Willie, from Phantom. And that was nearly very bad for the three of them. Gabri was through fine. He was under pressure from PC Willie, or from Phantom. Goes for the move on Gabri, fucking hell. Gabri goes for the move on PC Willie. Phantom tried to follow suit. And PC Willie hit into Phantom under braking and nearly caused absolute mayhem for the two of them. They're starting to get a bit feisty at the front. Still 4.5 laps to go. So we should still see a number of overtakes down that main straight for a change of lead. As they go through the chicane. Not much separating them, as has been the case for Gabri and PC Willie for the entire Grand Prix. But for Phantom, he only joined this with the safety car. But he's been able to stay with them. He has not lost touch yet. And without the penalty, would have been in for a great chance of the win here. Here comes PC Willie down the straight once more. Will he go for it? He's looking, but Gabri defends it well. I don't think he wanted to overdo it. He wants to make sure he has the ERS anyway, whether he's ahead or behind. And further back, we see multiple moves. Sean's ahead of Bazooka finally. And then Lanky Brown and Desi swap positions, I'm pretty sure. Sean needs to get a 3-second buffer to Bazooka if he wants to keep that P5. He's done a good comeback, obviously. As I said, he was P4 before the safety car, so to come back and finish P5 after being down in P11 is very good going from the Scotsman. All three of them are doing well in ERS, so it's really just a case of DRS here for the last couple of laps. Obviously, it's just a matter of when they use it. Look how slow Gabri's going through here. He's almost pushing him through. And Phantom Fox has nothing to do with the championship. He's purely racing for winning's sake. He's here to win the race. That's what he wants. He'll obviously have to do it with... He's unlikely to do it with the penalty situation. But Gabri and PC Willie, not only are they fighting for the race win, they're fighting for the championship. With Sully not far behind, they need to make up the ground. We will be going to... wherever the finale is. I actually don't know where the finale is. Brazil. It's Brazil. We'll be going to Brazil with nearly just a few points in it. But the question is, how many? And of course that could completely wipe out if these were to crash each other out. And then say Phantom was to win Sully P2, that would end championship hopes for both of them. We head towards the real final stages of this race. All three of them deserve their plaudits. They drove a very, very steady, stable, clean and quick race. But only one of them can take the checkered flag first. The question is which one? And we will find that out very shortly. This could get another penalty. And we're also going to see a lead change here as PC Willie with the DRS. He's not even burning the ERS, he's saving the ERS. So he's not even able to get past despite the ERS. I said we were going to get a lead change, but that lack of ERS usage, yes, it saved him ERS, it's kept him in P2 and actually under threat from Phantom. As they're pushing each other through here. And Sean still not able to get rid of Bazooka. He had to get past once more. So it looked like he's going to be P6 unless he can get a real gap. But we're on the penultimate lap here. And this is it really. All of them have DRS. It's not going to be a case that it's a case of the DRS. And I think that could cost Gabri here. That could really cost him dearly. We might see some lunges through the middle sector, the final lap, which we haven't seen through the rest of the race, because obviously Gabri knows if he wins, he's got a real shot, especially with Sully in P4. I'm not actually sure he's got the fastest lap. But importantly here, PC Willie has the DRS, Phantom Fox has the DRS, Gabri has nothing. He has his entire battery, so does the other. Well, I say other, Phantom Fox has some, but he's got a decent gap compared to the previous lap, but it's not enough. As we start the final lap, PC Willie's hunting down Phantom Fox. There's nothing he can do, or fucking Gabri, fuck's sake. Nothing he can do. As PC Willie takes the lead from Gabri on the final lap of the race. Gabri's going to do everything he can to get it back. Both of them now low on ERS. The Bazooka gets past Sean again. Not that will matter really for position. I'm going to be watching the final two. PC Willie defends. Oh, Gabri with a big moment. That could be race over. I don't know if he's going to be able to find the time to have a move. I think he went onto the grass there through braking. And I think that could be it, unless he's able to try a lunge, which wouldn't be wise. He's still going to be gaining on Sully, just not enough. Kuko now sets the fastest lap. He will be taking an extra point home with him. And look at how close they are now. But there has been ERS used by PC Willie. He's going to use it now himself. I'll keep the gap stable. As we head towards the final corner, Phantom looks for a move, doesn't go for it. And that looks to be it. We're going to round the final corner here. The ERS doesn't come open quick enough for Gabri, so it's going to be PC Willie who wins in Imola. Gabri takes P2, Phantom in P3, finishing the podium. Our championship leader Sully comes home in P4. That'll keep his championship lead intact, but it has lessened today. Bazooka P5, Sean P6, Ultradrive P7, Desi P8, Yankee Brown P9. Hugo's P10, but will he keep it? That is the question. He's got another penalty there. 27 versus 9. So it looks like Action Rick will get a point, and so will Kuko for that fastest lap. Everyone is a winner. Kuko's got 27 seconds. I got disqualified for this. That is pure rigged behaviour here. Especially considering he had the rain benefit. He's gotten 27 seconds with rain. So Action Rick will come surely across the line in P10. Yeah. I don't know how he's not been disqualified. That is pure bollocks. But anyways, what can you do? It's clearly rigged. And there you have it. PC Willie, the top step of the podium here in Imola. And I will tell you now what exactly that does for the standings. So, 25 points for him pushes him up to 146 points. Gabri gets 18. He's up to 163. Sully's 153. And Sully getting 12 is on to 161. So it's an 8-point gap going into Brazil, with PC Willie tagging along behind. He is, what's it called? How far is he behind? 146. So he's 15 behind. It's a lot to do, but it's not officially over. And I can confirm to you that Aston Martin are your Season 15 Constructors Champions. They've won the championship as of today. They didn't lose enough to keep it open. I don't think. I could be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure they are though. If they're not, they'd be doing well to bottle it. I'll put it that way. They got 1 point off Kuko and then 12 off Sully, so 13 and I think 18 and 10 is 28. Yeah, they ooh. Maybe not. No, they have not officially won it. But that is where I will end it. Thank you to everyone that has watched this race today. And I hope you are here next week for what will be a thrilling decider. I won't be here, unfortunately. Neither will Felix. I hope there is a stream. Hopefully we have one, because hopefully we get one anyway for a thrilling finale. But if not, thank you for watching this season. And we shall see you whenever the next stream is. Goodbye.